Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm Junior here from the Real GPU, and today we're going to be reviewing this cooler. This is the Engel live bait cooler. I got this at Bass Pro Shop for I believe $85. Now this thing comes in 3 different sizes, so it comes in a 13 quart, a 19 quart, and the biggest one, which is the one that I have, is a 30 quart, which works out to about 7.5 gallons. Now the price difference between the 3 different models is not that big. The smallest one is $75, the medium-sized one, 19 quart, is $80, and then the biggest one is $85. So in reality, between the smallest one and the biggest one, it's only really a $10 difference. It's pretty obvious that going for the biggest size is your best bang for your buck, but if for whatever reason you don't necessarily have a lot of storage space or you don't want to be lugging around something as big as this, you could always go for the smaller size, but I would recommend just going for the 30 quart. So the first thing I'm going to be talking about are the latches on here. These things are some pretty heavy duty stuff. They, I believe, are stainless steel. They haven't rusted up on me. I've used this cooler for saltwater and freshwater fish, bait fish, and there's not a single bit of rust on it. So they've fared very well. The next thing I'm going to be talking about is the air pump bubbler that this cooler comes with. It is a 2-speed cooler. That means that you can flip the switch one way, it goes at a slower speed. You flip it the other way and it goes faster, pumps out the air faster. Something that's cool about this air pump is that it comes with this car charger port right here. So it allows you to plug in the air pump to your car. So if you're ever on a road trip and you don't want to drain out the battery from your air pump, you can just plug it straight into your car and that's how it powers it. Compared to a quiet bubble box air pump, this is a little bit louder and doesn't produce as many air bubbles even on the highest speed as one of those air pumps. So it's not necessarily the greatest, but at the same time this comes part of the package with the cooler. So if you're going to buy the cooler, you're going to get this, so might as well use it while you have it. My only other complaint is that these screws that were used on the air pump are not stainless steel. So as you can see right there, the screws got rusted out, and I find that a problem. Since I like to use this in salt water, it would have been nice if they were stainless steel and didn't rust. So the way that this bubbler pumps the air into the cooler and the live bait well is through this tube that runs straight through here and goes right into this hole up top here. As you can see, the tube goes straight into the cooler and goes right there to the air bubbler rock. And whenever you want to convert this into a cooler, all you gotta do is push out the tube, and it has this little cap right here that you could just plug in right there. Now I'm going to move on to my favorite part of the cooler. It's actually this net right here. What's really cool about this net is that it makes it so much easier to grab onto your bait. So instead of having to put your hand in there and search around for the fish, try to grab onto them while they're slipping out of your hands in the water, all you got to do is grab it, lift them out of the water, grab them while they're outside of the water, and once you're done and you have your bait, just drop it back in. The only bad thing about this net is that sometimes the bait gets caught inside of the net, and as you can see right here, there's a little hole caused from a bait that got stuck there, and I had to yank him out and he tore the net. But other than that, this net's really useful and it shortens the amount of time that you spend trying to grab your bait and allows you to have more time to fish. The top lid of this cooler is lined with this foam. It helps keep your cooler insulated and keeps all your bait, your refreshments, whatever you put inside of their cooler for longer. The handlebar that this cooler comes with is pretty sturdy. It's able to hold up all the water and bait well. No cracking whatsoever. It does its job. It also comes with this really neat strap. It allows you to sling the cooler over your shoulder if you ever need your hands free to grab onto some other gear. Now the only problem with this strap is that it's not necessarily really sturdy. Sometimes it slips here when you're carrying a lot of weight, so I wouldn't recommend using this strap if you're carrying your cooler filled with a bunch of water, because it sometimes slips and it might fall off and damage your cooler. Overall, this is a really great cooler and I would definitely recommend it. It was a great investment. As I said before, I've used this both in salt and fresh water and it's done a fantastic job. I've had it for a good 4 months. It's gotten beaten up so many times, lots of scuff, lots of fish guts, lots of dirt all over it. All you gotta do to clean this is get a Clorox wipe and rub really well, and anything you get on here, fish guts, dirt, scuffs even, they could get taken out really easily, so it stays really nice. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for this video today. I hope you guys really enjoyed this review and found this actually useful. Make sure you guys subscribe, it really helps out with the growth of this channel. And also, this weekend we're actually going to be going fishing in a brand new spot. We're going to be taking out the Jon Boat, and we're really excited because that place has a lot of potential. So stay tuned for that in our next video.